missed the scores at 1 o'clock in the morning. 70% battery, maybe we'll make it an hour. We're aiming for 55 minutes. We know we burn out at 49. Got my shit on backwards. It's supposed to sit. That's the back. Oh shit, damn. Shirt's going backwards. I instantly get goosebumps taking off my shirt. Goosebumps. A mild breakout. They're already gone. Did a show earlier today, and I said there wouldn't be a show tonight, but hey, make a show. Can't reach my hat from here.
Hands-free highway driving for a hands-on life. Ford Blue Cruise.
Sam.
You know, the way I built my audience was going live 10 times a day. Those effects have worn off a year ago. I believe just restarting your stream is better. Segment your content into episodes. Radio DJs take off 10 minutes per hour. YouTube is this. Unless I have to use the bathroom. I've never heard that noise coming from the building. Oh look, the subs went up. 1. Thank you. Thank you. I see 3 comments. Bro, go to bed from Miller. Timothy White with a do you know swamp magic? No. Why did 11 people just as fast as you could say apple. Okay. Is that comment like behind my stock? Is a comment down there? A comment didn't appear. But that. Thanks. I'm thankful the sub counter has recovered from going down and now it's going up. I poured this beer at 12:30. I sipped it for 30 minutes. Went about my business, listening to authentic pre-invasion music. That's 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002 music. My sub counter says 0. It's pegged at 0. No, my view counter. I get comments. I look at my channel. It says 0 viewer, 0 people watching. I get comments. And my comments are not. Where are my comments going? I can't see my comments. I even put up a comment. My comment did not. Let's reset. Why do I have cat ears and a necklace like that? Well, the filter is to protect my likeness. The do-rag is to hide my DNA. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Buzz, 'cause he got sugar in his tank. Definitely difficulties tonight. Good kidding. Good. There's not much serious on. You can't take anything serious, you know. YouTube is just all propaganda, including mine. The two worst jobs in capitalism would be real estate agent and school lunch lady. Don't be a lunch lady. Don't be trying to sell somebody else's house. People can feed their own kids. If kids don't learn how to feed themselves, they shouldn't even go home. If your school has food, you should be sleeping and living there. Hey, I got a hey in chat. Didn't think I'd get one of those today. Hey, watch me kiss my biceps. It tastes like a dry tongue. What's the best defense versus a robot dog? If the dog is a high kill count dog, the only thing you might have is a casualties. I would approach a robot dog with casualties, and I would pile up the casualties on top of the dog so it could no longer move. A human body, a slumped human body, is just as effective as a butterfly net. This is your mission, to get close enough to slump a robot attack dog. You absolutely have to smother a robot attack dog. Throw yourself at the, like Sergeant Ted Belcher, who got the Medal of Honor for throwing his body on a live hand grenade. The robot attack dog is the same. Preferably throw Ted Belcher's body on it after he wins his Medal of Honor for his performance on the grenade. It's a complicated. That's total war. Grain elevator. Where did I learn such tactics? The grain elevator. When the Germans would come into the grain elevator, the Russians would throw their own dead bodies at the Germans. Operation Slumped something. So the grain elevator was just so packed with bodies you couldn't get through it. That grain elevator was probably the one turning point in the entire war. I don't think they ever advanced past the grain elevator. Take a shot every time I say grain elevator. J baby. J baby, you're the type of guy that always has to show your teeth when you smile, don't you? J baby's like, I'm messing with you. We can use AI to put a smile on anybody. I knew some people who never put their teeth away. People who have their lips stuck. You're on a scale of 1 to 10, you're a 5. You know. On a scale of 1 to 10. 8.5. No, that's too high. Wasn't. You know, I have nothing to prove. I'll just tell you 6 and 3/4 or more. You know, I don't want to say 7. No, on a scale of 6 to 8, I'm a 6.85. There you go. Why is my chat giving me the crap? Let me load up something else. I'm live from San Francisco. I lean forward so you can read it. Okay? See it? Now, take it away. Chat back. It probably still won't appear. I did my best. Should take it down again. Because it's complicated. The exact order you activate everything. 1571. Chat over the sub count, not behind it. Hide. This will hide the watermark. Most important, give me some privacy while I jiggle. I'm jiggling, baby. Get them kids off YouTube. Get those kids off YouTube. I'm tired of acting like I have to censor myself. You can self-censor yourself. What does a priest? I'm going to read your joke with. I've never seen this joke, so I don't. And I'm going to cover the bottom half of the joke. It says, "What's a priest and a silver medal winner have in common? They both came in a little behind." Oh, that's. It's just raw, man. You can't be doing little behinds. Just raw. I like to look at a real big ass and remember it's an optical illusion. It's still the same size inside it was in high school. Women are built like tanks. Some of them have too much armor. Well, you're 11. Get off YouTube. Bye. Hey, I want the rest of the week. I just want to say goodbye to all the kids. Thanks for inspiring me. I want to say goodbye, child. Goodbye, child. It's like a dream come true. This is the greatest thing since Blizzard kicked Windows XP from Battle.net. It's like Armageddon on gamers who only have Discord and they don't even have any games. A skeleton walks into a bar and he orders a beer and a mop. That's a good one. I like that one. I do have to eat a couple slices of raw cheese before I can go to bed. But we're still sipping beer. That was the best joke I heard in a long time. I like that joke. A skeleton walks into a bar, orders a beer and a mop. Currently, Mista Pandaria, also known as Mop, is the current expansion in Classic WoW. I guess patch 11.1 point something. New content is out on retail WoW. Retail WoW sucks, so I don't play it. I don't even watch it. The only thing I want to watch is Final Fantasy 1. That's it. NFL content, being just a lover of the NFL football, it's still only about 9 hours a week. If you watch 3 games, Monday night, Thursday night, 1 game on this Sunday, maybe 2 games on Sunday, and you don't have Thursday. Let's say you should be watching 12 hours of football a week. Okay, 4 games. 2 on Sunday, 1 on Monday, 1 on Thursday. That still leaves, what are there? 143 hours in a week? I mean, the NFL is roughly like 8% of the time. Sure, football basically goes from 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. And you can really say it's a 12-hour marathon on Sunday plus 6, so 18 hours is still like 11% of the entire week. There's no time to watch wrestling, Monday Night Wrestling, because it's Monday Night Football. We don't switch. We do not flip the channel back and forth. Because if anything happens in Raw, they're going to tell you about it. But if something happens, so many things happen in a football game that it's too many you have to look really hard to take something away from the game that the other person didn't. You have to use a critical analysis to comprehend how hard they're playing, with how many substitutions they're going through. You know. The first team that has 9 players touch the ball on offense usually dominates. And if you look at the Detroit game, they stuck to their starting quarterback and their generic single running back. And the Chargers were letting everybody touch the ball. Okay, now Detroit is playing in Atlanta, and half the team hasn't touched the ball. Hasn't even touched the ball yet. Okay. Either hook up, holla if you hear me. Week 2, 49ers in Vegas. That's the Raiders and 49ers. That's a huge game. What's a zip going for? What's it? Ask Goofy. Maybe Goofy has an extra zip. He can hook you up. I'll probably get the first zip is free, dude. I mean, because I don't even know what it is. So that means I'm not paying for it till I get some free information, a free review on Yelp or something. What is a zip? What's a zip? Trey Lance had no zip on his touchdown passes. Last time I wrote zip was in chat on Thursday. I put the 3 letters zip in my own sentence when I was typing. When I said Trey Lance on an 8-step bootleg threw the pass off his back foot with no zip to get the Chargers up 7-0. And I still maintain the Chargers are the best team in California now. That was almost a taunt of a touchdown, you know. Oh, it's Xavier says hi. Now, notice this person's name is Xavier. but the letter X is actually pronounced with a C. So your name is Savior. The Savior is in chat. I'm gonna type. Our Savior has came into chat. Cincinnati is spelled Xinxinati. There's no letter C in Cincinnati, and there's no letter C in Savior, because C, the letter X is the letter C in Chinese. Oh, right now it's 1:33 in the morning. And my clock is correct. There's a Raider sticker. Okay. And Ghoul is here. Now, he actually fooled me. Xavier with the similar profile pic. Who is else here? Sahara YouTube. Who puts YouTube in their name? Dude, why would you put YouTube? Your name is not YouTube, bro. I'm just telling you, on Fortnite, your name is like Teddy B YT or Teddy B Twitch. Your name is not Twitch. Your name is not YouTube. I understand. You want some noise? Yeah, Raiders, 49ers. That's a huge game. The 49ers, the first two road games is in Vegas, then Seattle. And we think that they might lose both of those games. Yeah. Brock Purdy and the 49ers has not been good. They lost the Super Bowl in Vegas. That means they're not winning this. They're not beating the Raiders in Vegas. The 49ers have not won a game in Vegas. Let me double check. The most important question on earth is the 49ers record in Vegas, right? I know you're not telling me anything important, but I know what's important. This doesn't include preseason games, which is sad, because they did win a close one in 2023 to end the season. As I Google this, it won't even remind me that they lost the Super Bowl. This is the regular season. I need every loss, including the preseasons. Every game is a game. I don't try to get the correct stats from Google. They don't have preseason stats. '49ers, they have to travel the third most of any team this year. That means they probably won't even show up. Dude, they need to save some money. They have to travel the third most out of any team, and they don't even have an international. There's no payoff. They don't even have an international game. They have to play mundane, local, boring ass schedule. Let's double check the international schedule. I'm on Wikipedia, NFL International Series. The Pittsburgh has probably going to be the biggest overseas game this year. I'm on the wrong source for this information. On Sports Illustrated, May 15th posted international. Okay, we got Chiefs and Chargers in Brazil, Vikings and Pittsburgh in Ireland, Vikings and Browns in England, Denver and the Jets at England, the Rams and the Jags at England. See, my guys, the Rams, they get to play in England this year. Not the 49ers. Okay. The Colts and Falcons in Germany. The Commanders and Dolphins in Spain. These are some great, crazy ass games, man. That's how many games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 games. 14 potential opponents, no 49ers invitation. The world hates the 49ers. The world is falling in love with NFL football, and they're currently not allowed to watch the 49ers. But I'm here. I'm in San Francisco. I live and breathe I'm a Rams fan, but I have the inside 49ers lifestyle. It's nice. This is how you should be living. We make the best video. We play this game with the 49ers, and we get videos, and they film outdoors on natural grass at Levi Stadium. That's the best show on grass, but it's still, the Rams have the nicer indoor stadium. It's still a better show down in SoFi. But when it comes to being outside, so low to the sea level, the oxygen levels everybody's has better performance, 8 feet above the sea level. You know, Denver is coming back. It's coming down here first, and they have high altitude training. I would like to see Denver Denver Broncos, I need you so bad right now. You're gonna go to bed. I made my bed. I got cracked. Yeah. Can you imagine my bed? When you go to bed, it could have been my bed. I got crackers. I got them crackers. Yeah, boy, I got that bag for free. Dude, you cannot plan shit in this city. A pyramid. I got crackers. So when I have crackers for when I get in bed. I found some other food on the floor. I brought some food. I found it on the floor. I couldn't find it. It was supposed to be in the thumbnail. I got it. It was on the ground. Dude, I'm proud to tell you guys, if I see a bag, I might pick it up. And I found it's full of air, right? It was on the floor outside of the church. That means God wanted me to find it, and He okayed me to eat it. And I'm gonna crack this cookies. O cocoa. Look like little biscuits. How much do these cost? They don't sell these at my store. We have no options when we go shopping. Am I gonna gag? Can I? Let's eat some O cocoa. Licking it gives a vibe. This one doesn't say anything, but there's letters, there's words and shit on the other ones. I can't read that. So let's bite. Open them wide. You can't unsee that. Some for Dory. Nom nom nom. Nom 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 nom. Nom nom. How many can Dory fit in her mouth? Well, let's find out. There's 2. She's got 2 crackers in her mouth. 3 is pretty much gonna be it, but she might be able to balance some more on her nose. 4. Go Dory. Go Dory. Go 5. Obviously I can stack up to 10 or the entire bag. So Dory's gonna read chat. What did they say? Dory wants to know what they said. You still can't unsee it. Crackers are alright. They might even be better than the Cheez-It. Cheez-Its are on sale, 3 boxes for $5. So somebody filled the Ziploc bags and left them in the lobby. Everybody shops at the same 3 stores. Trader Joe's, Walgreens, maybe Target, maybe Safeway. Okay, that's 4. Where's my beer? My beer's up to there. The clock's at 40 minutes. We're gonna swipe up to check the battery. I see 36%. I'm gonna make it. I forgot to take more drugs. They asked me in chat, what kind of drugs am I on? The mind melting stuff. It's the Grateful Dead. I went outside today, and it's full of Grateful Dead fans everywhere. I saw a lady with shiny boots. I was like, my boots don't glow in the dark. I'm on this stuff, whatever this stuff is. You will never know. Antidepressant, not much. I take some caffeine, some hurricane, some tobacco, nicotine, and my vape. Okay. The ultimate high is when you see yourself in the mirror. So I'm just high on results. My gains, I'm high on the gains. Not fentanyl. No vent. I guess I don't shoot shit. I guess I'm not a shooter, huh? Uh-oh. Weird flex, right? Now, this nose is is full of snot. Recycled, disused from the kitchen paper towel. We're gonna stick my finger up my nose. Good dig, good dig. Take another hit. Adjust the camera. Look like Darth Vader. This is how he wore his cape. Ray.
So, whereas there wasn't great excitement around starting pitching in terms of the trades made, there were a lot of relievers. Okay, but by the way, only 3 top 100 prospects per MLB pipeline who moved at this trade deadline were all involved in deals that involved relievers. Okay, number 3 prospect in all Major League Baseball went from the Padres to the A's in the Mason Miller deal. And this catcher, Eduardo Tite, he's the 56th player. My wife and I were in Clearwater. We saw the Clearwater Threshers play. I love minor league baseball. Play in early May. He's an 18-year-old left-handed hitting catcher. And I saw him play, and I think this guy's going to the big leagues. He's tremendous. He was traded to Minnesota. And Mick Abel went from the Phillies to the Twins as well in the John Duran deal. So this is an industry that likes
Japanese biscuits,
and more so than ever before. All right, and since
because graphic art is cheap, I don't associate with any particular style with it. Anything. Some fell out. There's 2 over here. For the homie that comes in later at night. What's this say? You can't tell because my show is in 720p. Oh, you still need a price check on the zip, okay? Is it for lips? Is it a Sicilian? Is this an Italian thing? My radio, just go back to the radio.
It's going to get very interesting. Again, I don't know what the hell happened to the Twins. They collapsed completely in the last month and a half.
Radio says the Twins have collapsed in the last month.
Picked up right where they left off. They're a below 500 team.
I know I looked at the playoff standings. I know the Twins aren't going to push.
The Twins have always been competitive with, a mid-range payroll.
Actually, looks like the Reds could have the final wild card, or the the Reds will basically be the final wild card, or whatever they call it. Man, they got 50 more games. This is way too many damn games. There's only 30 days to the NFL season starts. The World Series is in October, always October. But we're always ready for that World Series in like August. Is August a short month or a long month? What day is payday? Let me look at my... Oh no, bad news, guys. Payday is on a Sunday this month. That means that sitting around lonely and broke on an August 30th day. August 30th is a Sunday, right? What's going on? Let's find out. Will I have football on the Saturday? Probably not. Preseason week 3 ends on September 3rd after payday. So, I mean, it'll be the season will be kicking off, and I'm gonna have my money. It's like I win from Vegas. I straight win it from Vegas. The 23rd is really the end of the preseason. Sit around with nothing. As long as we know what's coming, we won't be surprised. I'm just gonna write August. Guys, I feel like I'm gonna trigger a manic episode. They say people get so good at being manic, they I didn't paint my face. I forgot to paint my face. The radio was gonna crack off. Part of painting my face ensures that I have to actually bathe in the shower. High up, close to the eye. Trying to go high. didn't get high enough. Now it's time for the radio for sure. 1:58 in the morning. Get all the I never get copyright striked from this, so that's why I keep playing it.
The point of no return, because he wants to be paid more than $30 million. I don't know if it's $32, $33 million. He's a big reason why Jaden Daniels played so well last year. Terry McLaurin, if you throw it in his area, he's going to get it. He's not better than CeeDee Lamb. Now you have to take inventory and you have to be honest with yourself. Your agent has to be honest with you and say, hey, I don't think you're there. You're not in Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase category. Now, are you the next level? Maybe. Dan Patrick. The Dan Patrick Show. Weekdays, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific on Fox Sports Radio. When you're a couple, you're a team. It's Rob Parker. Let's just deal with the facts, not the feelings. It's Calvin Washington. That's right. Putting your hands together, and they're the odd couple. Teaming up and making plays. Dude, you can be the guy most nights. I'm the poo-poo king. Oh, boy. You're damn safe. I'm not gonna lie, the Chiefs were clean. Listen to the odd couple every weekday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on Fox Sports Radio. The most fearless voice in sports is on FS1. The one and only Colin Cowherd is bold, unique, and outspoken. Wow, you can see him on the herd. Weekdays at noon Eastern on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. It's 95.7 to 10 CFM at HD1 San Francisco. Odyssey Station. And here's what you need to know. The LA Lakers gave Luka Doncic a 3-year max extension. The Broncos signed defensive lineman Zach Allen to a 4-year extension. In the WNBA, Minnesota won 11-58 over Las Vegas, but Minnesota All-Star Nafisa Collier left with an ankle injury. And in the MLS, Miami's Lionel Messi left with a hamstring injury in a Leagues Cup game. The event at Bristol Motor Speedway will resume at 1 p.m. Eastern Time Sunday, with the Reds leading the Braves in the bottom of the first 1-0. Play was suspended by rain. Arizona ended a 6-game losing streak with a 7-2 victory at the A's.
Hurricane Katrina.
The Cardinals, who came back at San Diego 8-5. Milwaukee won, Cubs lost. Brewers lead the Cubs by 2 games now in the NL Central. The Mets won, Philadelphia lost. The Mets back into first in the NL East, half game over the Phils. Victories for Toronto, Miami, and Boston. I'm Steve DeSager.
When did you go down? When the Eagles lost the Super Bowl with McNabb, that was a sad day. I was at a party on base with a bunch of Eagle fans, and as soon as the game ended, that party was over. So like, that was the only party I had when I was on Army base with my wife. You know, it just would have been better. I love my enemies. I've weaponized love. So, if you're willing to attack your enemies, you have to love them. Otherwise, your attacks don't even do any damage. Because love is how you do the most damage, not what you buy from corrupt. You think you can just buy love from corrupt steel? From Austria. Austria didn't sell love. Did they? Do you think Serbia is selling love, or they're selling 120 millimeter shells? Is Jesus your love? All these Christian nations, like Serbia, they have weaponized love. You can't buy Jesus. Jesus will smite your enemies, right? Because he's free to play. Logging on to that. Default skin Bible thumper. Maybe there's a badge. Maybe you even wear a badge. I got a battery warning. What did it say? 20%. That means I don't care. We're finishing strong. I'm gonna hit an hour. I love grenade launchers. It's really powerful in Metal Gear because the gunplay sucks. The grenade launcher was really good in Resident Evil, and I even got to shoot the M209 grenade launcher in the army, and I'm pretty accurate at 300 yards. But I only shot paint rounds. You assume a paint round has the same ballistic trajectory as it's pretty damn easy to use a grenade launcher. So I'm a Bangalore torpedo guy. I like the Bangalore torpedo, and it's really more for the Marine Corps. Sorry, it's not. The Army doesn't really need it. And until then, the RPG-7 is the greatest weapon system. As a platform, as an investment. Drones have nothing on the RPG-7. What you need is a drone that can shoot an RPG-7, and then you have something that is economical. And the best job in the Army is the guy who makes ammo, because they recycle brass and they refill it. I'm a AG. I work in the office of the Army. I file your vacation leave, your promotion, your marriage, your travel pay. I file. If you have to talk to if you need to get anything approved, an award, promotions, you want to get change your assignment, everything goes through your office, of course. And everybody has a good office in the Army. You had an office, you probably hated everybody in it. I don't know. Office guys can be jerks. We tend to survive every encounter, right? Of course, yeah. Yes, the Puerto Ricans. We had a hell of a lot of Puerto Ricans working in the office, so I met a lot of Filipinos in 2001, before 9/11. Right, it was extremely well mixed. I knew a guy from Armenia. I went to basic with a kid from Armenia. We rode the plane from LA. I shared a hotel with this kid. See, basic training is 9 weeks, but he was there. He was the first guy I met. I had to share a room with him at the Hilton, and I watched the final Nitro. I was like, he was trying to watch Raw. I was like, bro, what the fuck's wrong with you? So we watched Nitro, and then Amid Atanasayan is his name, and everybody called him Anastasia, and he was so ate up. I actually kind of hid behind him. You can only single out so many people for hazing. But I got extra duty. I got my Article 15 in basic. Dude, if I get an Article 15 in basic and they still kept me, that means I'm not the worst. But I got, what was my Article 15? For spitting in someone's face. And that's indecent assault. It's when you insult somebody, and I don't spit in people's faces anymore. But that guy, he deserved it that day. Coming at me the way he was coming at me. It was more just like I should have just punched him, but I spit in his face while doing a 2-mile test. He wants, and I was running on the inside of the track, and he just wants to yell, "Lane, lane, lane!" Like I'm gonna move out. I'm like, nah, I'm gonna move out. So instead of running past me, he wants to run side by side with me, and he screamed "lane" in my ear during a PT test. So I just floated it all over his face, and I finished the test. What was my time? I probably passed it, but I'm not a strong runner. I would say I probably finished at 15:25. And if I ever ran 2 miles under 15, that was on a good day. And, how many steps is 2 miles? That's a finite exact number of steps. In retrospect, well, if you're running for 5 minutes, that's at least one step a second. So it's roughly 300. You get running with, you're only going to run 300 steps. You don't worry about the time, because within 300 steps you'll make it. The 40-yard dash is 19 steps. Maybe the 100-yard dash is about 50 steps. I need to count, but there's not enough. A 100-meter dash doesn't mean anything. It's just the most prestigious award you can get as a human for being fast. I play offensive line. The offensive line actually does a 10-yard dash, or even a 5-yard dash. Like in practice, when doing ladders, your offensive line doesn't run anything over a 10-yard ladder. I've always been a big chunky boy, but I almost look like I'm real skinny. But I know athletically that I'm not a long distance runner. I'm a short distance offensive line runner. Greatest weapon in our military is our men and our women, who complete the mission. Without them, improved loadouts are nothing. You can still do it with Vietnam era gear, just like I did. And I'm living with, there's actually not a lot of Vietnam guys in the house. And there's not a lot of really veterans in California from Afghanistan. All the MS-13 went down to Iraq. And I was thinking about that on the way home. I wanted to bring up that I don't approve of Iraq, and we got a lot of bad experience in South Central. That's not how you want to represent your country doing thunder runs. And I'm a World of Warcraft shaman. I approve of thunder. The thunder of Harry Kissinger, who was wiping out the Khmer Rouge because China wanted war with Vietnam, and they would have taken. But Vietnam defeated China in a one-year war in 1979. The last time China went to war was Vietnam, and the Khmer Rouge would have backstabbed. So that complete and utter victory is what I believe in, even in the Vietnam War. That's how much Kool-Aid. I like the Kool-Aid. The greatest victory is that it was Kissinger. He was the greatest weapon. If it moves, bomb it. That's what he said. If you see something move, bomb it. We said nothing is coming into the stage. They're not staging nothing. We can't put 1-on-1. If they're doing math, 1-on-1, bombs on 2. You might see 1. You might see a 1-and-1. We're gonna bomb that too. China could betray Russia for us. That's right. Hopefully. This episode is Pack City, which is what I call my city, because I can get a pack whenever I need it. That's not true. I just don't want to be shopping at 2 a.m. I gotta get my shopping in at midnight. The armed service family includes everybody who speaks English. All double agents will be tried by questioning the legitimacy of the victory. If you don't believe that we have always won, the United States has always won. Because you weren't there and you didn't see it, so you're just gonna think that the U.S. You think the U.S. Army lost a bunch of times, huh? Well, that makes you a traitor. We'll definitely lower your social credit score, but you can get it back up real quickly. All right, as long as you don't crash out, you know. You're gonna be all your peers, the people you listen to, who need to spend money in my store, you know, they're gonna be like, okay, we'll agree. U.S. Army is the greatest all time. But of course, you think you can attack behind somebody's back. There's a lot of people like that. They always find 900 rounds of ammo in your house, but you weren't there. You know, that was 900 ammo you thought you were going to use, but you couldn't get back to your house. You're not Batman. You don't live in a cave like Batman where nobody can find you. We'll track everybody. I believe, just track everybody. I don't care. I'm a war hero. I agree that people are animals. You should use the identification card and get on YouTube so you can talk. Because right now I'm tired of censoring myself for the children. As a Generation X, I never listened to the Boomer Kool-Aid, and I always wanted to finish off the Balkan Wars, and I love Turkey. I love Turkey. It's my favorite nation. I'm a Turk lover. You couldn't tell. I don't let you know the real me. The elimination of the Janissaries, the 200th year anniversary of the massacre of 40,000 Christian lunatics. Even more impressive than what Dracula pulled off. Everybody's like, yeah, but Dracula was a badass. He fucked up them Turks. Nah. The Turks got you back. The Turks got you back. There could have been 40,000 Draculas, but the Turks wouldn't let the Draculas go. They were like, hey, you know what? Come in here. Oh, you're chopping your heads off. Oh, we're hanging you. We're burning you. Your God is not coming to save you, you crazy Christian mercenaries trying to Nepo babies. My dad was a janissary. They still got these people. I'm glad you can see through. 6%. No noises coming from outside the door. It's quiet. Everybody, the Grateful Dead is in town. It's dead silent. Weird. I'm on top of three bars. So maybe people. Nobody's in town to work. People are in San Francisco on Monday to travel and leave because music festivals all over the United States. Lady Gaga was down in Los Angeles. Whoever was playing up here, nobody gives a shit. There's no marquee site, Lady Gaga on the end of her tour, the final day of her tour. Now she can take time off and talk shit. She knows don't try to put on a sideshow during the NFL season. You have to respect. She's got too much money. She knows too many men who speak English. These people are watching football. She just wants to be a good Katy Perry. She just wants to be in the stands. She's down in LA right now. She'd probably stay in LA a week until there's 2 games in LA next week, actually back-to-back games. 2 days in a row. It's the Miami Dolphins coming in for Sunday Night Football, but the day before Cowboys and Rams and Dolphins and Chargers. You can see both teams bringing out the entire roster. Next week on week 2 at MetLife Stadium, I believe the Jets and Giants have back-to-back games. And what you're looking for is single location back-to-back game. It's like a festival weekend, right? You don't have that in San Francisco. You have a single game, a single game at one at a time. They're playing 20 games. That's 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 games. They're playing 20 games down in LA this year, indoors. Right. MetLife Stadium, it doesn't compare. You can't look at the Mets, the Jets, and the Giants and say that their week 2 is anything special. First of all, nobody wants to watch the Jets and nobody wants to watch the Giants. But there's massive hype around these Rams and these Chargers. And then the Dolphins. Right now the Jets are taking all their hype into Green Bay. The Giants are playing a big game in Buffalo. So the New York Giants play back-to-back every team in New York. All the New York teams, they'll play Buffalo and the Jets. And then everybody in New York will figure out who the good team is. Because at any time, one of these teams can push to the next Super Bowl. Eli Manning is awesome. Eli Manning definitely belongs in the Hall of Fame. I'm gonna finish my last sip and just let it lag out. I'm gonna end it. Thanks for watching. Preseason football, way bigger than the. I mean, we're talking about Jets, Giants, and Jets, Bills. They don't play in the regular season. I just want to see New York play versus themselves. I want to see the Eagles, Bengals. And I'll see my audience when I return.